It's the first day of recording, aren't we?
When it's impossible, it's kind of impossible.
Hello friends, it has been a while ever since I've been making and producing special videos. The idea and determination never been an easy task. So instead of wasting my time to complain, let's welcome you and the viewers to the special edition of The Trip. The special that will bring you to the wonderful journey of me, myself as the narrator of the entire story. Or let's just say that we're not the same person between the narration and the person who recorded the actual footage. Now, it is time that we should invite you along to our adventure of the attempts of meeting our coolest people named Mr. Sir. We'll talk about this later after the intro. I need a cup of ice water real quick. Okay, let's not make this intro damn long. So, it would took me forever to finish the entire journey between days, weeks or months. But whatever, I have to do it for the best of my own good and my friend. Before we show you the actual footage, let me tell you something about this video. It took me almost a month span to prepare and ready for the quest. It's tiring, exciting, and also filled with emotions. No matter how shaky or struggle my recording will look like, I made it with my own heart, and especially to you. And also special thanks to Discord and InShot video editing app, or else I wouldn't produce any of this special. Most scenes it was based on these two apps. Following screenshots and stuff largely based on both of them basically. Finally, before I go, a little reminder for the viewers. This is a real story and the video was made for entertainment and lesson purposes. It might contain some moments that might be considered emotional or powerful. For now, time to view how all this happened, starting from the 7th of March. So here's some screenshot how the trip began. As soon as I texted him about the upcoming trip, which should be happening the next 2 weeks, it made me very excited to meet him. But remember that it was just a beginning.
Oh, it's the first day of recording, aren't we? Yeah, maybe we should do it the next day. Anyway, the adventure has begun.
An unexpected moment happened on Mr. Sir's side. A week later, he informed that the trip may last only 3 days, and with a little bit of a note that he doesn't quite 100% sure whether we'd be able to meet together, but a positive note in the end, hopefully he will. It's the 18th. The time is getting closer every single day. The info may be a little short, and once more, he had told me whether the meetup would end up working out with only a few days. I do mention that it is okay regardless of the result at the end of the trip duration, and as anything can happen, I would stick to my own plans. Exactly a week before Mr. Sir's birthday, I might be somewhat chilling since nothing special happened. Watch a few minutes of me sitting down on the massage chair.
The day is getting closer, and I've received another update from him since I asked him a few questions about the current location he's at right now. However, the current and major doubt remains. He will be in Bangkok for only a few days, but the exact location was never revealed. Only a few details has been given. A new update from Mr. Sir has been informed on my direct message later on. He's going to another different province for fun, and I learned about his other purpose of coming to the city where I live in, to meet his in real life friend. The possibility is unpredictable, but chances aren't going anywhere. The amount of time could be good enough. The timing and availability would be a main factor. And later in the evening, he landed in Bangkok. Then he'll spend a good amount of days in Chiang Mai, which is located in the north. As long as he said that we can meet, the optimism increases higher each day. A few days later in the evening, he gave me another update. He's enjoying his trip. Sounds interesting what he's been doing the whole day. That's quite awesome to spend the whole day with tons of activities, like I would have sleeping and chatting each day. That's the actual thing I do each day. However, the main part is he will not be around until the next 1 to 2 days. He'll enjoy his time in Chiang Mai the next day as well. A fun fact that is very special to me is that I couldn't meet him on his birthday, which would happen on the 29th of March. I want to give something to him if the meeting is possible. Two days later, he's on his way to Bangkok. When I asked him about the location the next morning, the timing could be perfect, but the main factor is that I do not know where to meet exactly at the airport he'll be landing. And if the meetup is successful for the day, it may be possible that it could happen after he went for Phuket. And plus, there's enough time to meet him, as of which he will head back to home around April 7. 30 minutes after the last message, he confirmed that he will be landing in this airport. And another thing is, it could be best to meet at the airport. He will be busy while spending time in Bangkok, which effectively reduce any chances from daily meetup. There's a lesser chance that I could be able to see him in this journey. And yes, for no reason, if I would say that I'm unable to meet him at the time, I should have just skipped the class. And when I said that I'd be busy, he decided to make it happen the next 5 days if it isn't going to work today. I understand that, and as I have a spirit, I go with my own guts, but the response from him would still be the same. So here are things I planned before heading to the airport. Check the distance, wait for the taxi, and boom! Here we are at the taxi, hoping to see an outcome that we expected.
Take a look at the atmosphere. It's just sunny Thursday morning. We might gonna meet him at the airport. What do you say? Yeah, so well, this is gonna happen anytime soon. We're on our way to meet you. 2 months ago, a friend named Mr. Sir, he said that he's gonna come to Thailand. He's gonna visit Bangkok, many cities. Oh my god, how to explain this? But yes, he's also excited. I'm also excited, and we're just gonna keep update about a few days or something. Well, you can see we're 25 minutes. Alright. I'll let you know when I'm in your car. So I'll be back.
Even I had posted a picture of myself sitting inside the airport. An hour later, there was an answer from Mr. Sir, and he's unable to notice me. And what I did not know is, he wasn't at the place where I've been waiting for him anymore. It might be working once he's back from another trip in another city, and we may have to wait and see. I asked him about where he'd go the next few days. He do give me an answer, and eventually, the meetup did not work out as planned. That was a disappointment. And in the first stage of the trip, but that's okay, the new day awaits. There's such footages, I would like to share it with you guys. What a long day.
Hello guys, some chips right now.
It's the afternoon of a special, however, a normal day for me. I supposed to gift him something, should this be a day of meeting him. He do respond me back and asked whether he could be able to see me or I'll continue with my own things. And the answer was actually the same, like the previous day. He'll be available until he returns from Phuket, which will happen in a week after his 14th birthday. That does make me exhausted in every single attempt at one point.
At this point I feel like I want to sleep. Yeah, maybe I should.
And in the end, I chose to go back home without meeting him on his birthday. But honestly, I sometimes feel like asking him every single time can make him feel annoyed. But that does not bother him either way. A classic example of me trying to ensure whether my friends would end up feeling uncomfortable based on such questions. Well, and the question of people wondering if he could come the very next year, it would be fantastic. And the answer is as predicted, he can't. And then I keep asking where he would go next, so I would miss out a chance. As you can see, and the end of story.
I'm in the train right now. There we go. I'm on the way back home. Get away. Let us see what I can do. So guys, right now I'm in the bedroom. Nothing to do, really. I'm just laying down and just maybe wait for something special. Who knows?
Well, nothing does happen on weekends though. And this is one of them. Except I was out from home to somewhere else with my parents. Nothing may happen, but what appears to be happening off camera is that later that day, I was a bit emotional, whether it would come out successful or not, as I am waiting for it to happen. Though it's understandable that it may be doubtful, it can still possible to make all of this a one golden moment of my life. The big part, however, he isn't around for most of Saturday. The wait still continues. I was out once again, but pretty much enjoyable outside. Just some activity that lasts a whole day. Here's some pictures, but I have no idea what am I doing. If I could explain, I need more pictures to do so. And since the information I received, I might not have an intention to meet him until the next few days. Later that night, he responded me, which he is still in Bangkok with his friend. I might have disturbed him, but turns out he isn't. Doubts began to arise after all these talks. I have to ask him for confirmation unless proven. He's fine with it. I guess I feel relieved. The hopes still remain, the doubts also remain, and most importantly, the end of the month has come. Besides the tension and moments, we still have interesting talks before I head back to sleep. Some music talks mainly. Without him, I could have a very hard time sleeping that may last until the next day. A morning greeting as usual, not to mention that it happened to be an April Fool's Day. Just in case I forgot, I do ask him again about his future destination. He's going to spend time in the little island. I'll show the picture where he's likely going. The place looks beautiful and I've never been there either. A great advice that once in a while, take those pictures so you won't forget your trip when there's an opportunity. Like this picture of my favorite drink and a earbud case. What a lonely day from this side. Is it kinda strange to greet my friend in the morning? Which is evening for him, of course. It might be my first thing I could ever do in daily life, perhaps. He arrived at his own destination 30 minutes ago, after I texted him, and then nothing else. After I finished with my studies later in the day, I take my own time to enjoy some lunch, but on my own. I didn't do anything except to make another special video for him in that afternoon. And then shortly after I went back home, then finished up with the edits just a few days later. And as soon as I want to record an update, I don't find any good places to talk to myself outside. So I just chose to do it the day after. Before I would wake myself up the next morning.
Guys, we are in the final few day stretch. Well, if you're wondering why I'm in the bedroom and why I'm still recording this, I just want to tell you that it is possible to meet Mr. Sir. I can 75% sure that we're going to meet him and we're just gonna have a very good time. So just keep that in mind. The adventure must go on. Let's do this.
After I texted him a good morning message a few hours later, the message would eventually reach out to him until the late afternoon. He's spending time on traveling, so that is why the reply showed up after a while. And after we have a little talk about it, we're on DM till several minutes up to hours. However, it is a sign of the final stretch. The time is running out. The conclusion is about to reach. The sun is setting, and here we are on the final few days. Rise and shine! You still can see me walking from the footage and talking about something like, I just wanted to say, even if it's impossible, I'm going to make it possible. Yes, even the feat sounds impossible to achieve, it will turn out possible. The chances are quite low from what I've expected in the first few days, and the quest for the most important day will continue while I'm waiting for the response. I've got some good pictures, even there's very less footages I could have recorded during the day. The day almost come. Tomorrow he'll be flying back to Bangkok. Will this be the whole day meetup? Or it could be last for a few minutes. What's to come? And I have exactly no clue. The tensions are high. And on to the final days of our mission.
I quite have a feeling that we're going to meet him.
As long as many people support it and wish to make this happen, it is still question mark since day one. The information I've received is still very less to find out, and this could potentially be our last chance on make this happen. But that never made me losing hope. The motivation increases by many multipliers on what's to come in the next 3 hours. It will test the patience and determination whether the mission will go smoothly and as planned. The timing and schedule depends, however. If one ends up unavailable, it may be cost the chances. Besides the difficulties, all I want from Mr. Sir is more than just the meetup. I want him to enjoy from the trip and to spend time happily with his family and friends. All I could say by now is the upset will remain, but the memory will also forever remember. It's the happiest thing I could ever do in 18 years of my life. This entire trip is all about friendship and sacrifice. Until this point, I could not believe how far I can go at this limited amount of time after delays and concerns. The joy didn't last for long. At this point, time is running out. That quick, I clawed my way and was very close to the airport. Just a few kilometers from the airport where I first attempted to meet him a week ago, and here it is. The location we're going to this time will be the same one, Don Moon International Airport, which is not really far from where I'm supposed to go. And he does give me where he lands, so the chance we're not going anywhere yet. He'll stay for another night and then prepare to head back home the day after. But at the time I've been talking to him, I already arrived at the airport, with more than 2 hours left to spare, and he is on his way. But one thing it may be tough to say, which is at the time of my wait, I lost all of my mood and emotions, hoping to see some special moments. My mind expects to be like landing at the airport and searching for him until the time runs out, and then boom, I have the best memory added. But that may not be like it seems. Even Mr. Sir doubts that all this will ever happen, and he gave me a very valuable lesson, is to not count on what I wanted to happen always end up happening, which sounds reasonable and quite true. I did respond back that it might be unbearable, but respecting the decision is the best way no matter what. I might not be that upset due to the failure that's about to happen, but all I wanted to see from my friend is I want to show what I tried to do for him. I prepared lots of things and fun, and it won't work out when I learned about his schedule. Mr. Sir tried to cheer me up besides all of the outcomes, and he does not really make me in this mood. For a friend, I can't be annoyed over the fact that the plan's ruined, and that is not how I would think when someone like him make me this way. I sent tons of messages and expectations in the most formal way. Though there were few replies from him, he still responded back. As many times as I can still contact him, I want him to enjoy the trip, and he actually did. Or when helping out with something during the trip. I'm all in for this. It's not a sarcastic move when I convince him for lots of times. All of this is for my hard-working project and the quest. And I promise him that after the trip, we will officially become besties. No matter the result, I'll be supporting him when the mission has come to an end. Before we continue from this, I want to clarify this. And no matter the schedule is going to look like or the outcomes, me and the editing team, which only includes me alone, thanking you for visiting Thailand. It may be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Believe me, you won't be disappointed exploring many tourist attractions. It does not have to have a purpose of meeting a friend. While you were around for traveling overseas, explore the other attractions that you want to visit and you enjoy. The final hour before the plane scheduled to land,
I hold a paper that contains an essay about thanking him. That's what I prepared several weeks before he'd have a chance to say it. The video quality might not be its best throughout the journey. All I want is a surprise video footage that people could see it. And while this footage was recorded, there are multiple times that I might have spotted him, but I do not know at the time. Until when I realized that the attempt to find him was too late. A full 20 minutes after this was recorded, I can only say to him that I tried my own best. He appreciated my efforts, but then the sad news has come out. He's unable to meet me, to meet me, to meet me, to meet me, to meet me.
Am I gonna meet him at the airport? What do you say? Just maybe wait for something special. Who knows? It is possible to meet Mr. Sir.
Even if it's impossible, I'm going to make it possible.
I quite have a feeling that we're going to meet him. Guys, this is it. Final journey. I'm gonna do it. And if I can't, it's okay.
It was what I expected from the start, and I shouldn't be that upset, but the feeling and all of my positive energy is all gone. I know about the odds right to start the day. It could be less, and there is an actual answer. Some might be thinking, is that the actual end of our trip? I can't even say that we end from this and move on. But here's some screenshots that have been discussed the whole conversation. He made me feel sorry for an unsuccessful attempt, and I totally respect him. On the other hand, my body is aching every single minute, and my ability to say something clear is no more. I used the best of my abilities to make this happen. The only few answers I receive is mostly apologies. The story since the day I began recording or planned out will be remembered, and looking forward to the day that we could have met again. It's fine to say sorry as many times as to make me feel better. They're good to me. When the final opportunity that I lost it had passed, I have to accept it. But that time, I just couldn't let go that easily. I have the spirit of friendship with me, but Mr. Sir is right all along. The schedule might not work out, and that recent opportunity, which slipped away, is not because of me. It's no one's fault, only the conflict of schedule that matters from the start. I only try my best to have the smallest hope that it will be possible for the rest of the day, but it's not. You know that it's tough. It's a very tough day for me. You know that I've been positive, but I also have to accept that when it's impossible, it's kind of impossible. I mean, I'm fine with it, but it's only gonna happen one time or something. I don't think it's gonna happen again, unless I could either fly to meet you guys. I don't know, but I guess this is it. Eventually, I accept this defeat. The sadness may last a while, but it should not be affected the whole time like you said. is all right and I should just follow. And for the last time that I could only hope that it would be possible, it's now blank. And I only let this pass through my mind. Instead, I feel thankful for Mr. Sir. He's just a guy that can make others calm and become positive. But for me, I can only say and feel emotional later in the day. I was crying for a while. However, it's just a roller coaster ride throughout the past few days. While this might be the last of our chances, the final scene awaits.
Early the next day, I asked him just to make sure he arrives in time, but it could be best if I could visit or find him at the other airport. There's Wannaboom Airport, which is not really far from my house, and by which I did not expect to meet him. It could be a funnest surprise I can ever do in the series. By this time, it might be the sign that he'll be for sure ready to leave Thailand. The final hours of this journey is just to visit the airport I've never been to, so as an experience of seeing a huge airport like this. Well, I could only imagine that we might be able to see each other, or even show pictures of myself. It felt 2 to 3 calls would follow, but it did not work out either. I tried everything I could for friend's sake. By the time I am looking for him, he's not in the place that I can meet him, which is at the airport's gate. No matter how disappointed I am at this point, I'm proud of all the attempts I made since day one until the final day. And until the last minute before he boarded the plane, I still wish him and others the best flight ever. Thank you for your time spent in Thailand, and I hope you earned a lot of fun overall.
It's been a week since the last meetup attempt, and here's some letter that I actually made it before you even see it. I guess I could make it simpler, but it's still gonna show the ones that actually made it, but it's just a wrap up for the entire journey since day one, and it goes like this. Hello bro, first and foremost, thanks for visiting Thailand, which is the country that I live. Although it did not go as planned, but I highly admire the fact that you've been here for a few weeks or so. Hope this trip will give you an amazing experience, more or less. I could have given you something special during this day, or a successful meetup. And even though it is not happening anyway, I'll be posting a copy of the letter I wrote to you directly. The next page is about thanking you and blessed birthday once more. I appreciate you as a generous, positive, and cheerful person online. You make friends with many people, and you deserve to have more of them. And secondly, you're handsome. Because it's true. And lastly, I appreciate your time to visit me. As many times as I can, I'm still glad and proud, besides other factors. This preparation took me weeks to make all of this happen, and this video is just all about attempting to meet you. It's not only just that, but it's also thanking you for the journey ever since we got to know each other. It's not only giving you a nostalgic ride, but it's still a long-lasting memory that you won't ever forget. Best friends forever. This is me signing off for the very last time. And remember, one day I will do my best to make it happen.
If you wonder what will be the next trip all about, you will soon find out.
Oh boy, I just woke up. Oh boy, I want to sleep.